So when we see the commands of God, and see it as God is not trying to keep us from something, but He is trying to keep something from us, we'll understand that, these commandments are built on love. They're not built on lust, and that's what the enemy promise you. That's what other guys promise you. Other guys promise you a good time. They promise you lust. And it's just not fulfilling. So when God said, don't have no other gods before me, He is protecting you from these other guys that's going to lead you down the wrong path. That's going to end up and have you in salvation, because the one true God is where you want to, is the one you want to serve. The one true God is where you want to be in relation with. The one true God is what's going to build you up. The one true God is what's going to give you the things that you need. The other guy is going to promise you the things that you want, but it's not going to be fulfilling. So when we look at the commandments, say don't have no other God before me, this is God saying, I love you enough to say, you know what, these other guys is not going to do what you're going to do, what I'm going to do. And then another thing is, when we have other guys before, we're going to make God mad. You can say what you want. We're in the culture of disobedient, having people being disobedient, and it's cool. We're in a culture of grace, where we say, well, God is not a mean God. There's no hell. I can tell you right now. Have another God and see what happens. Have another God. Jesus said there's going to be gashing and gnashing of teeth. That was hell, what He was speaking of. So this whole have another God thing is serious. We have to be in line with God. And then you know what? There's so much strength when you lined up with God. There was so much strength that you have on an everyday basis when you have things going wrong in your life. Just having that prayer life, having that chance to communicate with God, and just being in the relationship with God. It's upbuilding to give you strength. You see these people that's out of line with God and everything, and they look weak and sickly, and they're enjoying life, but they don't see that it's having an effect on them. Sin has an effect on them. So when you are contrary to what God says, it's going to have an effect on you through sin. For more on this teaching and more on overcoming sin, please go to youtube.com/I'm3rdMovement, facebook.com/I'm3rdMovement, and I'm Third on Twitter. Thank you.